What is up? A good Wednesday night to you. Welcome to the Press Box Party Prime Time. I'm Antoine. This is Stream 35 Radio's Press Box Party. We got the latest Press Box Party I think we ever recorded. If you're watching on YouTube, you can see there is a distinguished gentleman in front of me, hailing from Gary, Indiana, Wednesday regular, Mr. Jonathan Craig, comedian, mixologist, and a connoisseur of fine wine.
Yeah. Yeah.
What's the hottest thing they're drinking out there?
They're drinking wine. They're drinking old fashions now.
Wine. They're mixing wine.
They're mixing
wine with, what are they mixing it with?
More wine.
You know, back in the day, I don't know if I should start with that. Something that calls itself wine but is not wine. Boone's Farm.
Ooh. Yeah, that's not.
We used to mix Boone's Farm with other alcohol.
Yeah.
That was
much.
like our mixer.
Yeah.
Which is completely disgusting.
Terrible. It's a terrible night. It's even worse morning.
Yeah.
You know? But you know, that's what you do when you
young buck.
When you're young and thugging out there in them streets and you're broke, and Boone's Farm is it's a cheap mixer.
$1.99.
Like, you know what, Boone's Farm or Fruit Punch.
And it had a little kick to it too.
A little bit.
So you're listening to the Press Box Party. Glad we have you in. You guys can interact with the show. That's why we do it live. So if you want to interact, get on the chat on mixlr.com. If you're not already registered, you have to register a screen name to partake in that. Or you can listen anonymously. You just can't chat us, and we won't know you're listening. Or you could do it on YouTube as well. As I said, we got a YouTube channel, Stream 35 Radio. We're live on there. And in addition to that, you can also call. Open phones here. Open phone policy. 917-477-7737. We'll talk about whatever you want.
Whatever you want. Whatever you want.
Yeah, it doesn't even have to be something we're talking about.
We
cater to the audience. Well, you've seen some of
We'll change our whole show up for you guys.
You've seen some of the calls we get.
I haven't seen any of the calls because
heard.
I can't see them.
You've heard.
We ain't got that video phone yet.
No, we don't.
After Christmas.
We don't. I don't. Do we really want that?
No.
We're giving people the opportunity to look at us. I think that's where it should end.
We should be able to look at them.
I think we could do that, actually. I think I have that technology at the moment where we could Skype them in and show them on screen.
I like it. Skype them in.
We'll do that.
We'll figure it out.
We'll get into that.
Not today, though.
So, what's been happening, man? How come we didn't see you last week?
Had the shuck and jive for the man out there, a.k.a. go to work.
I hear you. How was it?
It's rough out there, It's
not
busy.
Very fun.
It's busy season in the service industry. Everybody's in the city. The tourists are all in the city. After the parade on Thanksgiving, it's just all bets are off. Everybody's here. Everybody wants to see the city. Everybody's taking pictures in Times Square. Nobody's paying attention.
You can't even walk on
no, the tourists aren't even paying attention. They're just like, tall buildings, yay.
Yeah, when I go down west, it's like I do not go up Fifth. I do not go up Madison.
Nope.
You got to just keep going.
You got to really
find a little background.
Reschedule your whole life this whole month because the tourists are among us. They're here.
It's the worst.
It is.
You know, it was the worst SantaCon.
Oh, SantaCon.
I'm usually gone that weekend.
SantaCon is just a terrible excuse to get extremely wasted. Like, I'm down with getting wasted, but SantaCon is something ridiculous.
So for those that don't know, SantaCon, is here in New York. It's always right around my birthday, so I think it's the second weekend of December or whatever. And every 20-something-year-old, I'd say idiot, but whatever. I'm sure there's some good people out there, are dressed up in Santa attire.
Yeah.
The females go with the slutty Santas.
Of course.
The males just go with the
regular mall Santa.
Baggy mall Santa.
Just regular old
or ugly
unemployed mall
sweater,
Santa.
or there. I mean, just people stumbling around everywhere. And I have a dog now, so
Yeah.
walking around my dog that Saturday, and the dog is trying to. There's just puddles of vomit everywhere. At noon.
So let me get this clear. What is the
And
point
to a dog
of,
vomit?
like,
That's a
SantaCon
score.
is supposed to raise money for something, right? Or something like that.
I think all the funds go to some kind of thing, some charity or something.
Yeah, but people just use it for an excuse to just bar hop and
And
dress
I think
up like
some of the
Santa and
places
get wasted.
take like food donations.
Yeah.
But the cops hate it. I know that. I
Oh,
was
the-
actually talking to a couple cops, NYPD,
It's almost worse than
towards the end of the day, and they were done with
St.
it.
Patrick's Day.
Yeah, it really is.
Yeah.
It's that's another bad day, by the way.
Oh, yeah.
SantaCon's just worse to me for some reason
Because it's
of
pointless.
Yeah.
It's like this made-up
costumes.
thing, and people dress up
I
like
saw
Santa.
Online, there were a couple videos of some fights,
Oh, of course.
but the vomiting everywhere,
Yeah.
that's the worst.
It's everywhere.
Yeah.
It's New York at its best.
And check this out. You want to even so I'm thinking, it's mostly local New Yorkers or whatever you want to call local people coming in from Long Island, Jersey,
Yeah.
taking over
Bridge
the
and
city.
tunnels.
I'm walking around Saturday. I'm seeing people dressed in SantaCon outfits with accents. Like people came
Oh, yeah.
out here
From
for
far and wide
to experience
to destroy this city.
That's
One Santa at a time.
of all the events.
Oh, yeah.
I guess the local New Orleans people could feel the same way about Mardi Gras.
True. They're like, they come ruin our good.
Yeah.
Yeah, but we don't even like SantaCon. So they're not
That's
ruining.
the thing. Mardi Gras is definitely more historic and
Yeah.
everything else, so that was a bad comparison.
Yeah, we
that
hate SantaCon, and then it's like other
perspective.
people come and you make it worse.
Yeah. Oh, man.
Yeah.
Well, that's over with. So did you work that day?
I did work that way, but that day.
Where you work, you're not getting Santa.
No.
SantaCon clowns.
But I
You
have.
work at an upscale restaurant.
Yes, I work a fine dining establishment. That type of foolery is not.
Debauchery.
No, sir. No, sir. That will not be permitted.
That's how you know you're fine wines.
Yeah. But I have worked the SantaCon Horror Story once before.
Like in a bar where the Santas were?
Oh, yeah. So apparently there's like a bar crawl for the SantaCon, people who participate in the actual SantaCon event. And they have a map of every place that is supposed to honor the SantaCon
Yeah,
bar
because it's supposed to be a crawl, right?
Yes, it's a bar crawl. So
Oh,
one
yeah.
year, this place that I was working with, we were the first stop on the SantaCon bar crawl, but we didn't know. And so we got
Like the employee, well, somebody arranged it. The
yeah, but
owner knew.
nobody at the
Nobody notified anybody.
nobody notified the staff.
And that would be a nice thing because, again, if you've never seen this before, the crappiest bar in all of Manhattan,
Oh yeah,
the worst of the worst,
yeah.
will have a line out the door.
A line
Very
out the
long
door.
line. So every single bar's got a line.
Yeah, and we didn't know we would first stop, and so
Jeez.
there's just a line
This is like a cruel thing you could do to your employees.
of
The more I think
people
about it,
out the door, and we don't have a manager yet, and so we're supposed to open, but we can't because we don't have the keys to open, and I don't have a bank, and so one of the hostesses decided upon themselves to open the doors, and all the Santas just ran right in. And they all flooded the
like
bar.
it was Black Friday.
And they just all started ordering drinks. And dude, it was about 100 Santas just all
You guys
over.
were understaffed.
Understaffed. I don't have a bank. We only doing credit card only. It was 10:30 in the morning.
Yeah, they come rushing in whenever the bars will open. I think some bars actually open earlier than usual. They get a special thing
It's
on that day because, you look out the window by 10 a.m. There's already people throwing, and I'm sure they're drinking their own stuff.
yeah.
But it's just a bad.
I remember going to work
a bad
that day.
day.
There was a chick puking on
I
the
can
street.
imagine actually being a part of the service industry on that day.
Dude, it's the worst.
So what were you saying? I don't want to interrupt that one, but she was puking.
It was 9:30. I was on my way to work, and she was just puking on the way to the bar. Like, that's not a good move. If you puking on the way to the bar,
Yeah, there's people.
That's dedication,
coming
though.
off the damn train.
That is dedication. She probably hadn't been to sleep yet. She think it's 9:30 p.m.
I feel like, what do you think the cutoff age for that is?
I'm gonna go a good.
I'm gonna be stern and I say 25. I know there's a lot of the people celebrating it are way.
I'll give you 27.
Oh, okay. I thought as a bartender you might give me 30 something.
No, man. If you participating in SantaCon after you 28, man,
I'm
with
you,
doing?
But you know damn well there's a lot of people doing that.
No,
not a lot, but
the people who are over 27 doing SantaCon, stay away from them. They just looking for an excuse. They don't care about SantaCon.
There's definitely some people in there older than that participating, but the most of it is very young children, as we say. Oh, speaking of children,
whoa,
makes me think of one of the best sound bites that I don't have queued up. I want to eat your children, Mike Tyson.
Yeah, make sure you clarify that.
What'd you think I was talking about?
I don't know, man. You say speaking of children,
Mike
it's
Jackson.
like speaking of children and Michael.
Mike Jackson.
I have this great soundbite about Michael and children. You gotta.
If I had that, that'd be worth some money.
You gotta specify. Hey, man, don't be trying to disrespect Mike, man. That's my guy.
I know.
He's from
two guys with Indiana lineage.
That's right.
As we know, Mike Tyson spent a lot of time in Indiana.
Oh, that's how you gonna do it.
But this documentary I saw last night, 30 for 30, was not about Mike Tyson and the whole rape thing. It was about Mike Tyson, Buster Douglas.
Oh, nice. That's probably a good one.
It's called 42-1, which is were the odds of that fight.
Wow.
But should have been a lot more. That's for damn sure. Here we go.
Tyson, who's standing by with Jim Gray. Jim?
Yeah. Okay, thank you, Steve. Mike?
I just love his interviews.
I bear witness there's only one God, and Muhammad's blessings and peace be upon him as his prophet.
Why is his voice so high, though?
Hey, man, when you hit that hard, you can't have a deep voice.
I'm not saying it matters. You can't. Oh, so this is great. So the beginning of this interview, he's talking about how much he loves his children.
Mm-hmm.
And then he's going to say he wants to eat some other dudes.
I don't know, man. Yeah, Lennox, I'm coming for you.
Mike, is it frustrating to train like you did and then have this in 7 or 8 seconds?
For this fight, I only trained probably 2 weeks or 3 weeks for this fight. I had to bury my best friend, and I dedicated this fight. I wasn't going to fight. I dedicated this fight to him. I was going to rip his heart out. I'm the best ever. I'm the most brutal and vicious and most ruthless champion there's ever been. There's no one can stop me. Lennox is a conqueror. No, I'm Alexander. He's no Alexander. I'm the best ever. There's never been anybody as ruthless. I'm Sonny Liston. I'm Jack Dempsey. There's no one like me. I'm from Nairclaw. There's no one that can match me. My style is impetuous. My defense is impregnable. And I'm just ferocious. I want your heart. I want to eat his children. Praise be to Allah.
Like, that's just like the intro to a rap album right there. Like, the beat just drops and they just go in.
And a praise be to Allah.
Man.
After talking about eating people's kids.
Well, you know. I don't know because I haven't eaten anybody's children, so I wouldn't know. What do you do after you eat somebody's children?
Dropping cannibalism.
Hey.
And then Allah in the same sentence.
Hey.
Guy had a knack. He had a flair for the dramatics.
Which brings me to a point.
So the documentary was good. But he goes into Japan and got his ass whooped. To Buster Douglas. Who's very, let's say underrated. But yeah, Mike did. The best thing of the documentary, they're showing like in the middle of fights. So Mike's eyes getting swollen. Something that's never happened in his career.
Mm-hmm.
And they don't have like one of those things that metal thing that keeps the swelling, that they like ice up, you know, and keeps the swelling down. They don't have one. So his corner man had to take a latex glove, fill it with cold water. So they got this thing on Mike's head. It's just basically a latex glove filled up with as much water as it could have.
Wow.
So it's got like the fingers sticking up, and they got this thing on his head, and his eye, like, you know, by the second, he's like losing vision in that eye.
Wow. I gotta check that out. Not the
I just remember
latex glove, but the
I remember the whole thing. I can't remember what grade I was in when that went down, but they had the fight in Japan. They had to do it like the middle of the day, so it would come on at a regular hour here. And like no one would take that fight. That was also what they covered. That's why they did it in Japan. People were just getting sick of these 30-second fights, and Mike was
right.
having.
It was like, you know what? Tired of it.
And then this guy was unknown. Although his dad was known, Buster Douglas's dad. He was a famous boxer, but Buster again just kind of went under the radar. And then, Mike's crew didn't even have the right equipment for him to get his ass.
That's hilarious.
Which happened.
You know what? When you're that good, what's the chance?
It was banned to happen that way. When whoever got him, you know?
Yeah.
But the biggest difference when you watch that, see, for me, that was like the most shocking thing in my childhood sports fan career. Because no one was, I don't think you understand the type of chance. It was like he was the greatest ever. Like he would have, everyone's just like, at that point of his career when he's undefeated, had, I think, all knockouts were all the wins. It's like whatever, 38-0 or whatever, or 28-0. And all of them by knockout. They had the video game. He's the big guy, on the Nintendo video game that was like impossible to beat.
Mm-hmm.
And it was like, you were very excited that he lost because it was kind of a cool thing happening. But then you were also like, wow, like nothing in this world is.
What do we do now? Mike Tyson just lost.
Well, like that was one thing in the world you thought.
All we had
as a kid. That was one thing in the world you thought
nobody could beat Mike Tyson. Yeah, nobody can beat.
There was
Mike
no
Tyson.
doubt about that. Like Jordan might lose one day.
Hey, you watch it. Talk about Jordan. you watch it. Jordan never lost.
Mike was like, man, Jordan never lost to finals.
That's all. That's what counts.
But to get there, I remember when they were losing the Pistons.
Oh, well, yeah.
He wasn't an invincible guy. And you can only have that in boxing. Of course, in any other sport, someone's going to lose.
True.
And you're going to lose to probably get to the point you're at, too. Boxing, you don't lose to get to the point. You
have to
get to the point undefeated.
Right.
It's pretty badass. Well, it was in those days. Now boxing kind of sucks.
Yeah.
But Mike had a lot of other issues, too. I was going to say that was, you could tell, like, rewatching the highlights from that, Buster wasn't scared of him. And every other Mike fight prior to that, they go in scared, so they don't have a chance. They don't have, you don't have a chance. Somehow he was able to either compartmentalize that or just was legitimately not scared.
I mean, if somebody was telling me they wanted to eat my children and want to rip my heart out, I think I'd be a little scared too. I'm like, you know what, man, this is a little bit more of a fight than this dude. I'm just trying to make some money. He wants to practice cannibalism here.
You could in those days make a lot of money and just for showing up and putting your 30 seconds in.
Of course.
That's what was going down on a lot of those fights.
Of course.
Those guys had no interest in even like trying to figure out a plan. But one of the best things Mike ever said, he's like, speaking of plans, he's like, yeah, everybody's got a plan until they get hit in the face.
It's true.
Yeah.
That's true.
Everybody's got a great plan until that.
Words very well spoken.
Yeah. So he wasn't as dumb as everybody made him out to be. You know what I'm saying?
No.
Speaking of crazy, terrifying things. So I'm working the Bears-Packers game.
Okay.
For our audience that actually has YouTube or is on YouTube. Sorry if you guys are commenting on there too. I got to log into that. I will acknowledge you. This is it's basically the press notes for the game this weekend, the Packers in Chicago. The Bears, I've worked a couple Bears games. They have taken on making their covers. They're trying to get creative. They're making their covers like comic books for each game. So they create a character for the other team. And this is a cheese monster.
It looks
what
like.
Would you go with?
I mean, it looks like like a mucus monster. It looks
it looks like a piece of snot.
Yeah, it looks
like very tough piece.
A very terrifying, large snot monster, but it just looks like I don't even know why they thought
it's
a cheese
green,
monster
yellow,
would be the thing that a bear would fight. Like Maybe just like a cow, because that's what cheese
the
is
bear
made from.
definitely would want to eat the cheese.
Yeah, but the bear doesn't want to eat the snot, and this cheese doesn't look very appetizing. No, and the inside of his mouth is green.
Yeah,
What's that about? I think they did a
good
terrible
question.
job at executing what a Packer
well,
would
what
look
else
like.
were they gonna? I mean, they had to knock on Wisconsin. This is the old, sibling rivalry. Illinois.
They could have came with
Wisconsin.
something better than that. They could have came up with a monster just completely made of triangles of cheese, which would have made more sense than this gooey, drippy
I don't think
nacho
you get the,
cheese
I don't
monster.
think you get the rivalry. You're an Indiana boy,
Oh, I understand.
and it must suck when you're like, "Hey, you guys should hate me."
You're a hater.
Being,
You're a hater.
I think Indy's always had to play a role. Like, hey, what about me? Like Michigan and Ohio are going at it. Illinois, Wisconsin are going at it. You guys are just in the middle. Like, hey,
We go at it with each other. We hate each other. We go
Will
at
somebody
it.
be rivals with us?
We
Please?
don't need rivals. We got enough. We up
It's an
against it.
interesting
We up
dynamic.
against enough.
I think Iowa has a vacancy.
Nobody
Or
wants
maybe
to be
they-
rivals with Iowa. I'm like, oh, who's your rivalry? Iowa. That's not cool. Why are you picking on
Minnesota,
Iowa?
They probably do have some beef with Minnesota that we don't know about.
Nah, man.
That's not mainstream. If someone from Iowa's listening, give us a call. 917-477-7737. Let's talk about, hey, this is a perfect unintentional segue. I had no idea we'd even bring up Iowa. Inmates, and it also, I guess we're kicking it off with a porn-themed topic, too.
Oh, really?
Shocking, right?
Shocking. Spoiler alert.
Inmates sue Iowa prison
Mhm.
after pornography is banned.
I didn't know pornography was
58
allowed in.
Yeah, I mean, I guess it depends on which one you're in.
Oh, they're
But
like sending
here-
like pornography books.
Yeah, because they don't have internet access.
Well, okay, there we go. I was about to say.
You know what I
that.
mean?
Yeah.
But who knows? Like, I'm sure there's prisons that have always had that strict rule. If you're in maximum security and they're really trying to mess you up,
Come on,
they
man.
probably ban anything that's.
Why would you do that to somebody?
I'm telling you, you're trying to punish the people. So, 58 inmates at the Fort Dodge Correctional Facility in Iowa filed the lawsuit after a new law banned them from viewing pornography. They have basically eliminated pornography reading rooms.
They got rooms.
Yep. And
That's kinda weird,
And
though.
also said, I thought that was weird too.
We're all gonna sit.
And
in a
also
room
said
and
that
look at
prisoners could
porn.
no longer possess naked photos in their cells.
What? So
Yeah.
you're telling me if my wife's like, baby, can't wait for you to come home in the next 20 years.
And the
And wants
inmates
to send me some
Yeah.
naked pictures.
Yeah, you can't have it. The inmates are claiming that the law violates their constitutional right.
Has the suicide rate went up in this prison?
Well, this just happened in November 14th. So we're not even a month into it. And now that the lawsuit's going, yeah, no, they have not. I thought maybe while it's under appeal, they could still. No, the ban is still in effect, it says here, according to this article. So,
Nice. Well, not nice, but interesting.
do you think they
news.
got a case?
I think
Probably not, because they're prisoners.
they have a
let's be
reason.
honest
I
here.
think they have a reason to be upset. I do think that. I don't
They
know if
do
they got
have
a
a-
case, man. I'd be mad too if I'm like in jail for 20 years.
You'd
and
be like,
you
hey,
take
I
the-
got to give this a run.
Look, man, I need my porn. I mean, you can take everything away from me, but don't.
Yeah.
Those memories are gonna start to fade away in your head. You know what I'm saying? You can't. You know, you can only. Your highlight reel is only valid for so many years.
That's true.
Things start to get a little fuzzy. You forget what people look like.
The old memory bank.
Yeah, it's just start to.
You made me forget what I was going to say now.
That's not cool. It's not cool, man.
I was going to pull something up, but yeah, that's what's going on. So meanwhile in China, I got another follow-up to this story.
In
Jimmy the
China.
Greek says what's up.
What's up, Jimmy?
In China, Oh, I know what I was going to do. I was going to check the chats on you, see if anybody's on YouTube. We're on YouTube Live, too, for anybody that cares. Might share a video or two, so it's always nice to have that pulled up. I will warn you, though, if you go to YouTube, it is delayed longer than the MixLR is. So if you have an issue with that, then listen through the YouTube if you really want to watch on YouTube. All right. That makes sense? Yeah, you got to, because some people tried listening with the MixLR.
Oh, yeah, it
and
doesn't work like
watching.
that.
It doesn't work that way.
Pick one.
Yeah,
one to the other.
And if you don't want to watch, then don't watch. China will pay you $86,000 to snitch on porn watchers.
Done.
Sharers. Done as in
I'll snitch on
you
at least
call
2
me
people.
out like quick.
It's at least 2. I'm snitching on at least 2 people. I'll snitch on myself.
I don't know if you get 86 per. I think it's just a one-time thing, but let's see.
You can only snitch once?
Chinese government is offering big payouts to people who snitch on porn. As of this month, the country's heavy-hitting anti-porn task force is offering up to the U.S. equivalent of 86 GER, almost exactly the average annual salary of anyone in China, to anyone who reports on not safe for work content.
Wait, the
So
average
you have to
house
do
is
this.
$86,000 in China?
Yeah.
Like American dollars?
Yes.
I'm moving to China, and I'm snitching on a bunch of people. I'm losing over here in America. I got porn, but the average salary is about like $30,000.
Well, hey. Yeah, you got to snitch. I think you got to do it at work.
You have to.
While watchdogs get cash, would-be pornographers are being smacked with serious jail time.
Like, how much jail time we talking? Like, just for watching
I mean,
porn?
It's like
This is
it's
ridiculous.
completely scrubbed from their internet browsers. Like when you go to the internet, it's not, you can't pull it up.
Well, but the average household is 86,000. You know what? I mean, they might be owning something. You know, maybe if there was less pornography, people would be a lot more productive. I'm telling you, I sure would be. I have a couple hours. I have a couple hours to spare.
Couple hours you could put towards more work, right?
Yep, getting that 86 G's. Can't watch no porn, but I'm balling.
So I know you've been under a rock lately. So
I have been.
Hopefully I don't throw too many things out there that you are unaware of.
We'll see what happens.
Did you hear about the airline and the mother that had the kid named ABCDE?
No.
And then the airline saw the kid's ticket, made fun of the kid. Now she's suing the airline, or she heard them giggling.
Well, yeah, because that's a stupid name, and she's a stupid person.
Yeah,
she don't have a case. The people in jail got a better case at that pornography than she got with this ABCDEFG. Because you can't even be like, well, if you run it together, you can sound it out. No. You're just lazy.
She just went for it.
She
even has a pronunciation for it, which I've already forgotten.
Yeah, because it doesn't exist in the first place.
Well, that happened like weeks ago, right?
Mm-hmm.
So now I'm reading another story here. Mm-hmm. Mom cancels baby shower after family ridicules name choice. And the name choice, in case you're wondering.
I am wondering. She canceled.
Squire Sebastian Senator.
Come on.
Dear members of Squire Sebastian Senator's baby shower.
I wouldn't even
This
went.
is on Facebook, by the way.
I wouldn't have went.
I have a really important announcement to make. It brings me with pain, I have to tell you this. But I'm canceling the event.
Why?
Y'all have been talking shit about my unborn baby.
We sure have been.
And unborn child.
That's right.
How can you judge my unborn child?
How many times you going to say unborn?
I'm not crazy.
Yes, you are.
I'm not mentally unstable.
Your child's name is
I'm
Squire.
not drunk
yes,
when
you
I
are.
chose that name.
You were hammered. You were blacked out.
My family comes from a long line of both squires and senators.
That's a lie. Maybe senators. Maybe. but not senators.
Yeah. So, and then she goes on to say, she goes Mike Tyson.
Oh.
My baby's name will be a revolution.
Oh, and then she eats some other people's kids and just comes full circle.
I'm going to name your children.
Squire, Sebastian, Senator. Yep. This is why
I don't know.
this is why everybody shouldn't be
But
allowed
now-
to get pregnant, man. You should have to pass like a basic skills test to pop out some kids, you know?
Yeah. And then last month we had A, B, C, D, E. Why she stopped at E, I don't know.
Well, because we get to the F and you'd be like, yeah, what the F were you thinking when you gave me this name?
Now you come from a religious family, right?
Yeah, there's no T in religious.
In the Midwest there is.
Oh, the religious.
I had to stop.
The religious folk.
The religious folk in your family, mostly what, pastors?
I mean, there's some churchgoers too. You know, everyone can't lead the flock now. It has to be a flock.
I want to get their take on this. In Torrance, California, two nuns at a
$2,000,000.
Catholic
I
school
had to.
stole $500,000 in school funds, used the money on vacations and gambling.
Whoa, gambling?
Yes.
I love it. These chicks stole $500,000. First of all, what school are they that they could steal $500,000 and it
I'm
goes
telling you, they
unnoticed?
got some money in those parts of Torrance is near the Pacific
those nuns
Palisades.
figured that out too. They was like, listen.
Yeah, so this came, let's see, bank records showed Sister Mary Margaret Kruper and Sister Lana Lang of St. James Catholic School.
First of all,
in
I don't trust
Torrance.
Sister Lana Lang. Sister Mary Margaret
Lana
Cooper.
Lang.
She's cool, but Sister Lana Lang, come on, man. You knew something was up. She probably orchestrated this whole thing. She held Sister Mary hostage. She was like, listen here, bitch. We about to spend this money and make it rain.
I think her productions are very sought after in China.
What?
It's nothing.
Sister Lana Lang, you stupid.
She's gambling and taking vacays. I wonder where they were. They didn't say where they went, but they said they embezzled the money for casino trips. And
Now,
that sort of
were they
thing.
in their
Let's go to-
nun?
What?
Were they in their nun
We gotta-
uniform the whole time? Is the question.
Oh, highly doubtful. We got a call. We're going to go to the phones here. We're going to Boston. We got Joe in Boston.
Boston Joe.
What's up?
What's up, Stream 35?
Yo, what's happening?
How you doing?
What's going on? I don't even know what the fuck y'all are talking about, man. I just got the alert y'all are on the air. I figured I'd call in and give y'all
You
some
just go
company,
straight
man.
to the phone. I like that.
Right to the phone, man. I
I'll
got
tell
no
you-
time to open the app, dude.
Yeah, don't worry about that.
Siri call
Go.
Stream 35.
Dive in. Some people can do that, like Joe in Boston. So we just
Dive
covered
right
the.
in. That's just how I roll, dude. Jump right in. What y'all got for me?
We got a Catholic story, perfect for I believe
Perfect for an Irish Catholic like
for an
me.
Irish
Bring it on.
Catholic from Boston. This happened in California. Nuns steal $500,000 from Catholic school, go on gambling and vacation sprees.
They're fucking brilliant. Yo, what else? You gonna give the
They
money
really
to
are.
fucking child rapists in fucking the Vatican, though?
Some very
what the
strong
fuck?
views here from Joe in Boston. But yeah, they definitely have to be smart to rack up. This went on for 10 years. I
Nah,
didn't tell
man.
you.
Nah, see, you be honest.
For
you
10
really probably
years.
don't even have to be that smart to break up that, dude. You got the collections at church. When's the last time
10
you went to a Catholic church, dude? They send those collections
Yeah.
around twice now during a mass, dude.
Jonathan Craig was
you
surprised.
pocket a little bit each collection, dude.
I know.
500,000. You could do that in probably 5 years. Dude. It wouldn't even take that much time, dude.
She's like, I could cut it in half, man. So you said these
Very
nuns
good.
were
dude, it
slacking.
really wouldn't take that much time. I'm dead serious. Bro.
Yeah. Here.
That's,
Hmm.
I mean, good for them. I mean, I just sucks they got caught. I mean,
Sucks that they got
you
caught.
know,
It is.
hopefully they go right to heaven or whatever people believe in. You know,
Catholic Joe in
Well,
Boston.
you know,
Whatever.
ooh, heaven's a place on
Keeping it
earth.
open. He's keeping it open for everybody.
ooh, baby, do you know what that's worth? Ooh, heaven is a place on
I wonder if they were playing
All
that
right, well,
song as
anyway,
they
what
were
else you
booking
got
them.
for
What else I got? Here's one I got for you. You're a beer guy, right, Boston Joe? Talking to Boston
Yeah,
Joe
Bud
and Boston.
Light. Bud Light. Bud
You're
Light.
Bud Light.
I'm a snob.
Oh,
I'm
okay.
a
Well,
snob.
check
I
this
only
out.
drink
Check
Bud
this.
Light.
So you'll enjoy this. This headline. And it's not. It's the other beer. 101-year-old man credits his long life to Coors Light.
Yeah, because it's like water.
I love that idea. All right.
Yep. This
I
guy.
don't hate that. I mean, that would suck. I mean, to be really honest, dude, would you want to be 101?
Well, here's what he said. He goes, Andrew E. Slavonic from McMurray, Pennsylvania. He spilled the secret that he has a Coors Light every day at 4 p.m.
At 4 p.m.
Yep.
Yeah, great. Cool
It has
story,
to be
bro.
at 4 p.m. I have a Coors Light every day at 4 p.m. and I live to be
4 p.m., yeah,
102.
awesome. Then I have my fucking TV dinner and go to bed, dude. Awesome. Great life, dude. I hope you enjoyed that. But for real, would you guys, like, I don't know, would you guys want to be 101? Now you got to think about this. You're 101.
Yeah, there's got to be at some
Most
point
of
where
your
you're like,
friends-
is this over?
Most of your friends are dead.
True.
Yeah.
So you're essentially, when you're 101, you're almost by yourself, dude.
But you got those
You
Coors
got no
Light.
friends.
You got those Blue
Your
Mountains.
wife, anyone's there. You got that 4 o'clock Coors Light. That's all you got to look forward to.
That's
Yeah.
it.
That 4 p.m. Coors Light. So you're like dying up for
Well,
for
we
that.
covered a
And
story.
that's a pretty pathetic living.
I mean, if you're looking forward to a Coors Light at 4 p.m.,
We covered
matter
a
what
story.
age you
no,
are.
What else do
we're-
you got? Can
no,
you
but
offer
we
me what
covered.
else you have a 101? What
Joe-
are you looking for? When
Joe,
you wake up in the morning, what are you looking for?
Joe, you're not lying
What's the highlight of your day?
we covered a story, and I don't know if Jonathan remembers it. This lady turned 112 or something, and she said she was miserable, and she says it was for all of her sins that God is making her live this long.
what kind of sins did she have that God is punishing her
Yeah.
with a long life? Like,
And
what did
see, that
she
would-
do?
No, I could tell you exactly what kind of sins she had. Probably the sins that I've done in my life.
She probably was
that
one of
God's
those
gonna
nuns.
punish me
So
and
Joe-
make me live to be 112.
She was probably
I'd love to die at fucking 61. But God's probably going to make me live to be fucking 114 and just be miserable. And
Drink-
like be like confined to a fucking wheelchair, drinking out of a fucking straw, can't move my left arm or my fucking thumb, and it's all fucked up. I can't even use the wheelchair because I can't use my thumb. I'm
Man.
going to be all fucked up.
Can't even get the button.
That's why she's mad. That's where she gets all fucked up. Yeah. No one wants. See, that's the thing. People are like, oh, I want to live old. You don't want to live to be that old because everyone else dies. You don't know anybody. You're by yourself. You got like
Yeah.
grandkids taking care of you. Your grandkids don't want to take care of you, dude. They want the inheritance, dude. And that's
Wow,
100%
Boston
you guys
Joe,
are laughing
everybody.
about it, but
Joe.
You can't act like it's not true.
It's coming in on a
Boston Joe
Wednesday.
dead at 65.
Treating a Wednesday like it's a Monday.
Hump day.
No, but dude, Boston, that's how we roll, dude. It's been one of them weeks, dude. Every
see.
day's a Friday.
All right. All right. Well, we
I
got
just figured I'd call and give you guys some company, man. You
I
know.
appreciate it. Now
I
I'm
don't want
curious
you
to
guys
what's
be
the
lonely up in the studio.
I'm-
I need my health insurance card too, by the way.
you gonna need it because
Oh, I've already needed it a couple times.
the way you talking, you about to be out of here next week, bro.
Hey, bro, you have no idea. It might be tonight, man.
I wonder what's
I'm gonna have to call
the
Blue
average
Cross
life
Blue Shield and find
expectancy
my
in
number.
Boston.
to get my
Blue Cross Blue Shield. What's my number? I lost my card.
Oh man. So here's another. What do you think of this guy right here? This guy spent a decade of drinking to find the world's best cure for a hangover.
You ain't got to spend a
I
decade
actually
of drinking
saw
to do that.
article. That motherfucker's an asshole. Dude.
Yeah, isn't he? He's taking all
That's
these
stupid,
smug
dude.
pictures of him, like with
Yeah,
bottles
he's
next
dumb.
to him.
You know, no one gets that hungover, dude. Trust me. There's very few people
Yeah,
that
how
drink
important
more
is-
into the extreme that I do. It doesn't happen. There's very few. And there's
you
no
just-
like
you just-
cure, dude.
yeah,
It's-
you just
you
shit-
take two Advil and drink a Gatorade, and you pray for the best. There's no fucking cure.
So this guy's running a sham.
Of course he is, man.
And
It's
what is it? A
scam.
pill?
It doesn't work.
He came up
Yeah,
with
he
a
probably
pill.
gets sponsored by some fucking vitamin company. I read that article in the New York Post. It's a fucking joke, dude.
First of all, if you
There's
you searching
fucking
that
cure
hard
for hangovers.
for a cure for a hangover, you should stop drinking. Like, I really have
You
to
ever
find
heard-
a cure.
That's the only cure, bro. You're right.
Stop.
That's the
Yeah.
only
You
cure
need
for
to
a
stop.
hangover. Stop drinking. If you're that worried about it, don't drink.
You ever seen somebody do the IV? Or hear
I
of
have
it?
not. I've heard about it. but
No,
I've
no,
never done
I
it.
never would do it.
Now,
But there's like
you say
chicks-
that now. Watch
there's
next
chicks
time you
in
be
New York-
hungover, you be like, man, if somebody
get
brought an
hangovers.
IV, oh, you don't.
No,
Look
Yeah,
at you.
you hear that shit all the time, right? Exactly,
I don't
right?
get it.
I
And
don't
you see
get
these fucking
hangovers.
Instagram influencers doing that shit, man.
But-
They're full of bullshit. Here's your IV. Instead of drinking vodka soda, do like Joe does. Vodka water.
Yeah,
That
is a
way
good
you're
idea.
drinking your vodka and you're
And you get-
hydrating yourself. It's all bullshit. It's all what you tell yourself in your mind, whether you get fucked up.
I don't know about that one. I mean, you take enough shots, you could tell yourself you ain't drunk, but your body gonna be like, boo.
You could, but if I drink 20 vodka sodas, in theory, if I drink 15 vodka sodas on a night, or if I drink 15 vodka waters, I'm probably not. I'm gonna be more hydrated. I'll still be drunk, but I'll be more hydrated.
You'll be hydrated.
Not
You'll
as
be
hungover.
blacked
I'm
out. You
drinking
won't
water
know that
versus
you're
soda water.
hydrated, but you'll still be passed out. But
Yeah,
you'll
but
be
in
full
the
of
morning,
water.
I'm not gonna feel as bad though. In theory, right?
In real life, though, you would though. You'll still feel like you get hit by a
In
bus.
real life, I'll be passed out. It don't matter. You're gonna pass out regardless. Actually, Joe don't pass out. I just do the crip walk.
Oh, nice.
Confirmed there. Hey, do they have those electrics? Do they have those electric scooters out there?
Not yet. I can't wait till they do.
Why is that?
Because I can't be walking.
We're
at
talking to
late night, man. I
Boston
need to
Joe
get
for
on
those
something and, like, hold the
joining
fucking
us late.
gun and go.
You know that
I just gotta
these
get the
you know
thing
these
set.
scooters in places they've had them have already attributed to they're averaging 1,000 emergency room visits per month. In
Yeah, there's
cities
no way
that
they're
have
going
them.
to get them here in Boston, man. This is the most liberal place in the world, man. There's no way.
But you guys have the bike share like New York, right?
Yeah, we got that stupid ass shit, but that's because it's a bike share is a liberal thing, man. It's like you know.
Oh, I mean, in New York, I don't even know how it works. I think to this day they're still claiming no one's died.
During
I
what?
find that
yeah,
very
that's
hard to
bullshit.
believe.
There's no way no one's died.
They probably tweak the death to say, "Oh, it wasn't actually the bike; it was the street pole that did
yeah,
it."
it was bullshit. Yeah, exactly, yeah.
They're claiming 0 deaths. What do you think about that? Have you used it, Jonathan?
Use what?
The
City bike?
bike? Yeah,
City bike?
yeah.
I got a city bike.
You've used it.
Yeah.
And
I use city bike. I'm not dead, am I? Like, you talking about the city bike, like the blue city
you
bikes.
must know your routes to
I
take.
use City Uber.
I mean, I did get hit the first day I used the city
There
bike.
you go.
though.
There you go.
I did.
You wear a helmet? Yo, do you wear a helmet when you ride it?
I do.
That's a good question.
I do.
All right.
Because I got hit the
You
first
wear your
day.
helmet, you go rolled up. Yep, cool.
The first day I rode the city bike, I got clipped by a cab driver's door, and I flipped off the bike, and I cursed this lady out.
Oh man.
And then I went and
you're
got a
you're
helmet.
brave.
All
You're a
right,
brave
fellas.
man.
I got to run into the liquor store before it closes here at 10:30.
All right.
All right,
So
Boston
I just
Joe.
wanted to say what's up to the stream. Curry, I might
Thanks
see
for
you
checking
Sunday
in.
night. Who knows?
All right.
I hope not. All right, fellas.
Keep
Have
us
a good
posted.
night.
All
You
right.
too, brother.
Later. So that was Boston Joe.
Boston Joe.
He was really on one. He didn't even say. He was like, I'm not even listening.
He's like, I'm
got an
just
alert.
jumping right in.
This thing's live. I'm
Raw
calling
dogging it. I don't care. Glory holding it.
Good thing. Good thing he doesn't check in on the early show. I didn't have my sensors ready.
Next time we take a call from Boston, you just better have it ready.
So I know you're a big fan of the when people find stuff in their food and all that. Like when we've had a lot of these stories.
Oh, the service industry.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm all about.
At this Sonic Burger in Taylor, Texas.
Mm-hmm.
Kid opens up his burger.
Mm.
Actually, I think we got some sound to it. Hold on here.
Bring it on.
Let's see. Let's see what we got.
Up in a fast food burger led to 3 arrests in Taylor. The timing was right. The discovery made just before a 4-year-old was about to take a bite. KXAN's Will Dupree joins us live
4
outside the
years
Sonic
old.
where the manager and 2 employees were busted. And Will, where exactly were these drugs found?
Well, Sydney, this is such a bizarre story. Police tell us that ecstasy pill was found in the wrapping around a burger meant for that little boy. Police say that the family picked up food last night here at the Sonic. They drove straight to the Taylor police station after that to show officers something they found in their order. Police say the family's 11-year-old daughter opened up her younger brother's burger, and that's when she says she found a pill, later identified as ecstasy.
Wow.
And she actually asked her parents, "Is this candy?"
And they were
of
like,
course, they were, when they came to the police
"It's candy
department,
for
they were very
adults,
upset.
baby.
And
It's
we
candy
understand
for
why.
adults. Give that to mommy and daddy."
Police went to the restaurant to
I'm gonna
investigate
split it
and
in
ended
half.
up arresting 3 Sonic employees. One worker for possession of marijuana, another for having 4 warrants.
Poor
out for his
marijuana
arrest.
guy went down.
I know,
Also,
right?
also
Just-
the manager, Tanisha Dancer, into custody
Mhm.
for a felony theft warrant. At the jail, police say one of the correctional officers there searched Dancer and found 3 more ecstasy pills hidden in her clothing. Now, police tell us there are still...
So, yeah, that Sonic's not having a good time with that one. They better
That's
get
how
those-
you Sonic, baby.
They better
That's
get
what
those-
you do.
They better get those 2 guys in the drive-thru to come up with a nice little campaign to cover this up.
First of all, why would you waste good ecstasy pills on terrible Sonic food? Why?
No, it sounds like they were in it. She was making the burger and she dropped
Oh, they
one.
just fell out her.
Yeah, because they said they found them in her clothing.
Yeah, she's bad at confiscating or concealing.
You know what she probably did? She probably put it in that little rock pocket, the front of your Sonic shirt.
Mm-hmm. Little party pocket. I put it in my party
she bent
pocket.
over and it fell out. That's probably what
I
happened.
had 4 hits of E. Now I only have 3. Uh-oh.
You know, she was probably searching the ground for it.
Oh, man, she was going crazy. And then
Blaming other people. Blaming the weed guy.
And then the police
You
showed
took my
up.
E, didn't you?
I didn't take your E. I don't even do E. What you talking about? I didn't even know you had no E on you till you said something.
And then he's got to get all his weed taken away.
Right?
Right? She can't put her shit in her purse.
He's like, man, see, I've been smuggling this weed for years. For years.
Oh, man. And then there was another one. Where was it? Oh, man. There was another food one. I'll find it here. I got all this stuff.
Now, that's what you call
I got all
a
this
Happy
stuff all
Meal
over.
right
oh,
there.
you
bro.
got to check this one. This one's in Florida.
Uh-oh.
I'm pulling up the video.
Oh,
for this.
Florida. You never let us down.
Never. This is... I'm not even... Hold on. You got to check this one out. For those of you watching on YouTube, I'm playing it on there. The video so you can see the guy too and the whole thing. I mean, this is the guy that got victimized, by the way. Is it going?
Somebody's dirty underwear.
The answer to that question, of course, is no one. But unfortunately for Leo, that's exactly what happened on Sunday night when he opened up his Uber Eats delivery order.
Disgusting, unhealthful, it's potentially deadly.
Leo, who asked us not to use his last name, is in town for Art Basel. Just before 10
But he
p.m.,
showed
he
his
decided
face,
to
though.
order some dinner from a nearby Japanese restaurant, and when it arrived a little while later, he walked outside of his hotel to pick it up from the Uber Eats driver.
I grabbed the food, and right when I got the food, she struck off running. And I was like, that was kind of odd.
Back up in his hotel room, he opened the plastic bag. His food was there, but sitting right there next to it was a pair of thigh-length underwear, clearly stained with what looks like feces. Disgusted, he called Uber, the restaurant, and the police department. Uber sent us this statement that says, quote, "What's been reported is very concerning. We are reviewing this order and reaching out to all parties involved to help understand what may have occurred. The courier has been removed from the app pending investigation."
So, go ahead. Go ahead.
I just don't understand. I think it's funny how like they're moving the underwear around with like tongs that you would cook with, you know, just to be
Those were ladies'
super
underwear.
petty.
Those were grandma.
Yeah.
For those that couldn't see it, they were some grandma chonies.
Who does that? Who's like, you know what?
And they were stained.
They were. That just doesn't make any sense.
The whole thing. And then I don't know what more we can comment on it, but it's just that's bad. I'd rather find the E-pill.
I mean, the E-pill, you winning. That's a Happy Meal right there. What are you talking about? If it wasn't for that 4-year-old, man, them parents was going to have a good time.
So this right here is in India, and I'll put it up on the thing. I don't think there's any sound to it, but I'll check. This guy is a delivery driver in India.
Mm-hmm. He's just smashing on the delivery food. Like he's just going to show. He's eating their delivery food as he's waiting
at
the stoplight. And he's like, whatever I don't finish by the time I get there, I guess that's what they'll get. So he's just going to show up with just empty containers. And they're like, well, what is this? Well, you know, there was a traffic jam and I'm on a bike.
But are you checking what he's doing? Hold on. Sorry. So, yeah, give the people that don't have the video the play-by-play on this. So he's grabbing, he's got food to be delivered in one of those cooler bags.
Yes.
He pulled out a dish, took a couple bites.
Oh, he took more than a couple bites. Man.
Yeah.
He ate like half of it, bro. Like this dude looked like he on lunch break. I thought it was his food at first.
He's on a scooter.
He's on a scooter.
So now he wraps it back up.
He just ate half of that side of mac and cheese.
Put it in, and then he goes.
Let me put this back in here.
Yep, put it in there, and then he goes and grabs another plate.
Oh, wait a minute. Was it sweet potatoes? Oh,
he's like really looking. I haven't tried these yet.
Oh yeah.
Grabs another plate from a completely different order.
Oh, this is good. Oh, wait
opens that up, peeks inside.
What is this? Oh, that's hot. Wait a minute. Oh yeah, that's good. Let me get a little bit more of that. Oh, these the new vegetables they were telling us about the other day. Oh, this is good right here. I mean, they gonna love this. I ain't gonna eat all of this. I'm gonna just have a couple bites, and then I'm gonna just go. What I'm gonna do with this spoon? Let me think about this.
Yeah, his phone's blowing up because people are wondering where their food is.
All right, let me put the spoon back in there too. All right, I gotta get out of here.
This dude that called him out, man.
Let me put the napkins back in there too. They're gonna need those to wipe off my germs off the spoon.
So what'd you think of this dude?
This is terrible. Kenny, this is terrible.
It is.
This is the worst delivery guy ever.
But yeah, so that's kind of stuff. I don't think that would fly out here, but you never know.
Man,
you work in the service world.
You never know what I mean. I don't even know what to say about this. He's just gonna eat all of their food at this point.
No, seriously.
All right, what else you got?
Another story that was big, and I wanted to get Boston Joe's take on this one, but
Boston Joe has done enough.
Yeah, he has. Woman who was married to a ghost of a 300-year-old pirate issues warning after split. Amanda Sparrow, 46-year-old, told people to be very careful when dabbling in spirituality.
So she married please continue.
She had a whole wedding on this ghost who said she was a 300-year-old pirate.
Where's the ghost? I don't see him in the pictures.
That proves he's real.
There we go.
And now they're splitting up.
I think.
What?
Wait. Go back. You got to read this to me because this ain't making sense.
She said he looked like the Pirates of the Caribbean character, adding he is dark-skinned, jet black hair. I told him I wasn't really cool with having casual sex with the spirit and wanted to make a proper commitment. And the big traditional wedding was important to me.
Just don't want to be sleeping around with ghosts, you know. I'm not a ghost.
Oh, yeah, that one lady that hooked up with, I can't remember however many.
Yeah. She didn't want to be that gay.
Yeah, but there she is.
Don't want to be that lady.
So this is, yeah. She's done warning people to be cautious.
Be cautious. Don't date ghosts.
By the way, if you want to call in,
bad.
The number is 917-477-7737. I just don't know. Oh, man. This is another crazy dude right here. I want to talk about. So we got people still. Well, I guess this lady was in a relationship with this ghost way before that other lady that we talked about.
How you keep finding people who are willingly to admit that they are in relationships with ghosts? Did people show up to this wedding? Did her friends show up to this wedding? Because I wouldn't.
This guy from the UK calls himself a breath Aryan, a breatharian.
What is that?
It's like a vegetarian, but you live off of breathing. You do not eat. You eat air.
He's gonna die.
He lives on air and sunlight.
He's gonna die.
This guy, they got a whole, they got like an interview with this dude here.
I would love to hear this interview.
Achieve the nutrients through air and sunlight, and that gives them what they need to survive. I've never felt the need to eat of hunger, as I don't get hungry. It's just as my mouth gets bitter, I would want to remove that taste by having chewing gum or mints. It's helped me become more conscious in life, more aware of my surroundings, and being more energetic. I feel great. I feel so much energy that I can use for work.
This dude
pizzas.
is coked out of his mind. Do you hear me?
Never struggled.
He's like, I'm a breatharian. I don't need to eat. I get that taste in my mouth and it's sour, and then I get a bunch of energy, and I feel like I can achieve anything. Yeah, yeah, of course you do. Yeah, of course you do, because you coked out of your mind, and anything is possible at this point. He's like, food.
Thinking,
I don't need no food.
But it's like, I'm thinking, how do you do it with eating and drinking and working? I would get tired of eating, as I don't feel the hunger.
Yeah, he got that good stuff too. He's like, I don't even want to eat. This is so good.
I don't believe in breatharians. They could just
breatharians. It's a thing.
No, it's not.
See how
That's
I go on
not
with
a
my
thing.
daily life, 365 days of the year, not eating or drinking, and that.
Nope, don't believe it.
I'm with you.
I
We're
don't
looking
believe
at a
it.
video of the dude. I didn't put it up, but
First of all,
he doesn't look at it, right?
He looks too in shape to have not eaten
Anything.
for a whole year.
Yeah.
In his mind, maybe it has been a year, but it's probably only been like a week. I can't.
Oh, I forgot to show while we were talking about delivery drivers. I had one more video to share. Amazon delivery guy. This is in New Jersey.
Dirty Jersey.
Oh, no, Memphis, Tennessee.
Oh,
Sorry.
see?
I had the wrong one.
Come on.
I do have something from Jersey, too.
What's going on?
I'll
here?
share this on the YouTube. This is your Amazon driver hard at work. Delivery guy, I should say. Wait till you see the effort. Give me some play-by-play. What's happening here?
There's nothing.
Obviously,
happening here.
cold area place, brown grass.
There's just a guy sitting
guy
in
pulled
a
up in a
roundabout.
Yep, in a roundabout in a
Just-
van. Looks like it's raining.
Yeah.
Wipers are on. He's got a yellow vest on. He's approaching the door. Or wait, no, he's.
Nope, I'm gonna just skip the package across the grass as if I was skipping rocks across.
He didn't even make it to the halfway
He didn't even
point
try.
of the
This
yard.
dude sucks at cornhole.
If
man.
you're watching on YouTube, you'll see what we mean.
He's terrible. He just skips it across the grass.
At least he didn't open it up and take a portion of whatever.
I
was
mean,
in
at this
there.
point, he could have just stepped on it. I mean,
Amazon delivery. I hope they took care of those people.
they probably didn't.
Remember the FedEx dude that almost ran over the kid?
Yes, I do.
And he's like trying to tell whoever was watching the kid.
Yeah,
These delivery drivers, man.
terrible.
Yeah, I'm sure they see a lot of stuff, but to throw that package from the street and not even make it halfway up the yard.
Nope. He spent the time he spent sitting in the car thinking about
Yeah.
not walking up to the door. He could have actually walked up to the door, put the package at the doorstep, and walked back.
Oh, man.
How'd this dude get a job? That's the real question.
All right, a funny headline I wanted you to go ahead and take care of for me.
All right. Woman wants to use sperm donor to have kids because her husband isn't attractive enough. First of all, that's your fault. You married him. You knew he wasn't attractive in the first place.
Yeah.
You knew he wasn't somebody
this
that you
guy,
wanted to get knocked
this
up by
husband,
in the first
so
place.
to reiterate here, the woman who willfully married this individual, and they, if you read the article, they had talked about having kids.
Of course. Most people
Many
do
times.
before they get married. They say, hey, do you like me enough to have kids?
Right.
Yeah, I do. Let's get married.
So now, mid-marriage, she's saying, yeah, I'll have kids, but it's got to be a sperm donor because you're too ugly.
How long they been together? And first of all, if he agreed to this, he's an idiot.
It does not seem like he's agreeing.
I'd be like, you know what? And we're getting a divorce. Is this your way of saying is this your way of you telling me you cheating on me and you pregnant by somebody else? Because I ain't stupid. That's what it sounds like. Surprise!
I was incredibly
pregnant.
confused and asked her to explain, which she explained that if the baby had genes of an incredibly attractive and smart man,
the one she was cheating
he would
on
live
him
an
with.
easier life and be happier.
Of course.
Oh, man.
That just sounds like she already knocked up and trying to like come up with a really good excuse.
He goes, if I'm being objective, my wife is incredibly smart, but not jaw-dropping beautiful.
Your wife ain't smart because she's trying to sell you on this idea.
Although she has a nice, healthy body, her face is not perfect.
Of course not. That's why you married her.
She's only a solid 6 or 7.
Ooh, take that.
Oh, man, I didn't see that part of it. Yeah, so he posted it online. That's how it caught wind of, got in the news.
That's why you don't get married.
Yeah. Oh, damn. I did not read the end of this.
Oh, you did it.
It said update at the bottom. During his latest conversation with her, he discovered his wife already found a sperm donor and she was having an affair with him.
I told you. I knew it.
Bing, I did not see that, and they added this part to the bottom of the story.
Of course, she already got the sperm donated months ago. She been getting that sperm donated the whole time.
He goes, hold on. I asked if she knew a donor. She kept mentioning her colleague, our friend, which I didn't think much of at first.
He's a great
Turns
sperm donor.
out she's been cheating on me with him, a married man who has been to our house multiple times for dinner.
Of course. And dessert.
Fucking hands I shaked.
Oh.
Realized she wanted her
shook your
kids
hands
to
too.
be like him, who's a handsome doctor.
The
I
gym's
locked
so
myself in the guest bedroom for the past hour and a half since she's dropped this on me. I've been bawling my eyes out like a goddamn baby.
Now it's time to get even. Donate sperm to her sister. No, I'm just kidding.
Well, he did say he's leaving her.
As he should.
Yeah, thank God. Wow. I didn't realize the story went that deep. If you want to talk about that, 9174-77
I knew it.
7737. It had all the writing on the wall
Come
for
on.
sure, but who knows? Maybe like
No.
with technology now.
No.
Everybody.
It's a very clever way to be like, I'm cheating on you, but I want to sweep it under the rug. Nope. I ain't stupid.
And then we got a good Tinder story too here.
Oh, Tinder.
Tinder. So this dude got a Tinder match, asked her to wear black on the first date, takes her to his grandmother's funeral.
That's weird.
As he picked her up and told her what they were doing, and she was majorly creeped out. He's like, you got to do this. I just recently broke up with my girlfriend. I can't go to this thing alone.
I'd have been like, I can't go to a stranger's funeral, sir. I'm sorry. I'm deleting my Tinder account, and I'm blocking you. You a psycho. I wasted a good. This is not even the kind of black that you would wear to a funeral. I'm looking a little bit slutty here. You know, I thought something was going to go on, but obviously it's not. We're going to bury your grandma, so I need to go put some more
Gotta
clothes.
go.
Yeah, I got to go. No. That's creepy.
That's real creepy.
Clever. Clever but creepy. You get an A for creativity. You get an F for being a creep. You know, that's weird.
Yeah.
You don't sneak that on somebody.
I don't know. What kind of dude is this really? I can't believe this stuff is happening.
Man.
Out there. But again, why you could, if it were to happen, it's going to happen on an app.
You know what? I'd go. I'd be like, you know what? Let's go.
The more
Let's
you
go.
thought about it, you'd be
You
like,
know what?
screw
Yeah.
it. Let's do this.
Screw it. I don't know any of these
food
people.
there.
It's gonna be food. I don't know any of these people. It's gonna be a fun ride for me. I mean, what's the worst that can happen? I mean, she's already dead.
I didn't read the rest to see if she actually went. I think she bailed out in the car.
Did she like jump out of the car? Like, screw this. As soon as he stopped at the stoplight, she jumped out and started running. That'd be funny.
Bad Tinder stories? Call us. 917-477-7737. I feel like there's worse ones out there than that.
I don't know. That's kind of low.
Well, we had one of Whitey's boys from Wisconsin that told us a really, really scary one.
Oh, yeah, I remember that.
Green
but
Bay.
He didn't get invited to a funeral. I mean, it don't get
it doesn't get creepier than that. But the girl came out with the drawstrings of the hoodie, like basically get over here, and was very aggressive with them.
True.
That's pretty scary.
But at least you know that. All right,
and it was 2:30 in the morning in the middle of nowhere in Green Bay. He didn't want to get laid by that,
but he had the
option
to.
He didn't know what it was though. What was underneath
this
it.
other chick? She ain't nobody getting laid nowhere except for grandma.
Like he got
in the dirt.
lied to. The pictures that he swiped were not whatever this was.
Of course not.
Potentially could have been a man.
But at least it was alive.
The guy was alive.
Yeah.
He wasn't asking her to get in the.
You're asking her to go to your grandma's funeral.
Take a dirt nap.
But you're asking her to watch. It's just a lot. It's a lot. It's a big commitment.
I know.
I don't think it's much worse that could happen. I mean, it could go bad, but creepier situations. It don't get no creepier than that.
I'm with you, man. It's.
I thought you were gonna be like, go to his grandma's gravesite. All right. Nah. Yeah, come with me to the gravesite. We putting her in there for the first time. Yeah.
Oh man.
That's rough.
Let's see what else we got. You don't have a bad Tinder date story to share?
Dude, I be on Tinder. I've never got a date on Tinder. Not once.
So just more reason why it's a waste of time.
All I get is like a little bit of conversation here and there, and then
it's just a weird way.
It is.
Oh, speaking of death. Okay, this.
Speaking of what? We got a lot going on here. Death, grandmas, Tinder. What are we speaking of?
No, getting invited to a funeral. Check this out. This is so messed up.
That's a thing?
No, I mean, I hope it's not a thing. I hope that was a one-off. Jamaican resort. Check out what they did. I got to put up the screenshots on this one. Or the article, I mean. If you're by a computer, go to YouTube. If not, catch it out later. Check it out later. All right, I'm just going to read this to you. First of all, you see this picture, right?
Yes.
It's a bed. It says, happy birthday, we all miss you. And it's basically got a pillow man.
Uh-huh.
Pillows, you know, with a shirt, pants, shoes, and a birthday cake to make it look like a person. Mm-hmm. It's obviously not a person. You see that, right?
Right.
It's just like, it's like something you would do if you're trying to escape prison.
True.
You know, they put the bed and then you crawl down the hole. But yeah, so they got this dude. Hotel staff creates horrifying effigy of couple's dead son in a misguided attempt to pay tribute.
What?
Okay. So I'm just going to read it.
Yeah.
This is the only way I can understand.
There you go.
Understand this. This is London. I know. I want to make sense of it, but you can't. Karen Baker had arranged for workers at a Jamaican resort to dress a room for a couple whose son died like 4 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
Instead, she was left sweating and shaking when met by the sight of a body made out of clothes lying on the hotel bed. And the resort refunded the family for a misunderstanding.
First of all,
right. I tell you, some of this, though, was some cultural miscommunication or differences, I guess you would say. Like in Jamaica, I'm sure there were some weird cultures in Jamaica
where they just like,
I think this would be cool.
It's cool to dress up,
actually recreate who died and just have
and then lay them on the bed with a cake in their lap and happy birthday
with his with shoes,
with
real
shoes and everything, and
he got Chucks on,
and the cake in his lap, and a beer in his hand, and happy birthday written across the bed. Yeah, that's cultural in some places. Yeah, yep. Because I've been to plenty.
How you could do it to strangers? It's crazy. It is crazy.
Where are you finding these stories?
Hey, man, this is stuff. It's not hard to find.
It's not? What sites you be on?
You just don't hear about it. It's not hard to find. We're going to have another show, I hope, before the new year ends. Because one thing we're going to do, I actually have the list of the 40 most insane things that happened in Florida in 2008.
In 2008?
All right.
Or in 2018?
2018, sorry. This year. Like
Okay.
an end-of-year wrap of what happened in Florida.
Got you.
Because the only Florida story I came across was our headline that was interesting. This didn't make the top 40, by the way. Just happened a couple days ago. Florida man stole sneakers after job interview at Kohl's.
I thought I got hired. Oh, I thought you was going to put this on my Kohl's card. No?
I thought I got the 5-finger discount already.
Oh, man, I thought
no,
these were my
sir,
work
you
shoes.
actually haven't started working yet, so you do not get the 5-finger discount. Soon.
Well, I guess
Soon.
he really needed a job. He really needed some money.
Yeah, maybe that was his send-off to prove. Like,
He was
hey,
like, I told y'all I was
I told
broke.
you I'm hungry.
I told you I'm out here in these streets, yo. I need these shoes. You know what I mean? I need these shoes now.
Man.
I asked for a cash advance. You said no.
He was showing his hunger
Hey,
for the position.
you know, when keeping it real goes wrong. Can't steal from the place you possibly want to work at. You got to at least
We're
get
getting-
hired first. Then you can steal from the place you currently work at.
Studying animals is a big thing. Figure out what's going on with humans since we act like animals, as you
Yeah.
can tell from most of these stories.
Yes, we do.
Now they, in some tests they were doing with gorillas, have realized that gorillas know how to cheat. They set them up with puzzle solving
Mm-hmm.
and with a series of obstacles, and they learned how to cheat and actively did it.
Of course.
Yeah.
Because if you ain't cheating, you ain't
Shady.
trying, man. Come on.
Shady, man.
Dang.
So, it doesn't...
Does that mean we can start calling people cheating gorillas?
Gotta-
Cheating gorilla.
What else happened? Holiday spirit we talked about earlier in the show. Substitute teacher told first graders Santa isn't real. Ruined
Yeah.
Christmas. What's your take on something like this? And then we've got another one before we get to that. This one has some sound to it. A man in Florida. This is also Florida.
Okay.
Cape Coral.
Very upset. He planted himself with a sign right in the middle of the Cape Coral Festival of Lights, then screamed, "Santa isn't real."
Yeah.
NBC2's Joanna Boris talked to parents about the video,
this
which
is the
is
thing.
gaining a lot of attention.
The presents are out. The giant tree is lit. The holidays are a time of year for people to come together and be lighthearted. But one man wasn't feeling very festive and made it his mission to ruin everyone else's spirit.
There's no Santa Claus! And I feel sorry for that individual. He must have a very sad life.
A man with a giant sign screaming that Santa isn't real while kids waited in line to see him.
I think it's a shame our children are faced with so many.
So we got teacher, and you know a lot of these people are Bible beaters that do this stuff.
Yeah, which I don't understand.
And they're just out there, yeah. So
I think it's so sad that he would be out there telling those children the truth. That there's no Santa Claus, and it's just their parents buying gifts.
Wait a minute. Did I misunderstand you?
What?
It's kind of messed up. You're agreeing that's messed up, ruining it for kids, and then
no, Santa don't exist.
So you think it's fine just to
Screw
purposely
those
yell
kids.
out? I mean,
Yeah.
obviously you're gonna hear about it today's day and age.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
And you're okay with the first grade teacher doing it?
Yep.
Damn.
I don't care. Your mom and your daddy bought
For
them
being a
gifts.
Halloween guy, I didn't think you were gonna have this kind of
Santa Claus isn't
kinda
real.
stance.
Santa Claus ain't real, man. And
again.
And it's not wrong to tell people that he's not.
I will keep you away from my 3-year-old niece.
Why?
Because maybe she's kind of into it now.
Well, she'll be kind of out of it by the time she's 4.
I would think so, but she got a little brother. That's the only thing that keeps it. Like, I even knew having a younger sister. I'm the oldest. 2 years younger than me. I still didn't want to be the one to burst the bubble.
I found out.
No,
when
I'm
was
just
young,
saying,
though.
I don't want to be the one to break the news as the
man.
older brother.
They know. Especially now. You know how hard it is?
Now it's got to be damn near impossible.
It is. It's the internet.
We didn't have anything or back in our day.
Yeah. Now you
could've
find
told
at
me
3
anything.
years old, you're like, yeah, Santa ain't real. You find out. If you like 8 and you still believe that Santa's real, you kind of stupid.
No, I'm not. That's a whole nother thing. And that's not what we're talking about right now. Because that's a whole nother thing. But I think first grade is pretty. Those people were a little over the top. But if this dude's doing that and there's like kids on laps that don't even know what this is their first time Christmas.
They're like, oh, well, then whose lap am I on? Some creepy dude who gets hired once a year because he's fat and he has a beard and he's out of work. And he likes kids to sit on his lap. Yeah. Santa's not real.
Thanks for verifying that.
No problem. Just for all you
and clarifying
who may have been confused.
We just lost a bunch of listeners.
No, we didn't.
No, but speaking of social media and how it's changed things. So check this out. I also put it up on the YouTube site. This guy, so this police department in Richland, where the hell is this? Richland, Washington.
Mm-hmm.
And they're like, wanted Wednesday. And then they put up a guy that they have warrants for, right?
Mm-hmm.
Any info, that's how they catch people. So the actual dude replied on this is a Facebook post.
Oh, wow.
Calm down, I'm going to turn myself in.
Oh, really?
2 days after he writes that, the police department writes, this is out to the public. Hey, Anthony, we haven't seen you yet. Our business hours are 8 to 5. Of course, if you need a ride, you can call the non-emergency number, which they give. We'll pick you up. And then he writes back again, thank you, tying up a couple of loose ends since I'll probably be in there for a month. Should be in there in the next 48 hours.
Oh, wow. I love it.
And then some guy goes, has he turned himself in yet? And then the police department, he has not. And it's this big community chat. And then another guy writes, Anthony is a man of man's word is all he's got. Sometimes it seems like you don't keep your word. And then finally he wrote back that he's going to come around lunchtime tomorrow. And then he also at the end writes, here for our date, sweetheart. And then he's got the emoji with the smoke coming out of the nose. And there's a picture of him hitting the elevator to go to the police level at the jailhouse. But he had a whole 6 days of interaction with the police force before he actually went in.
Let that have been me. It'd have been 6 minutes. They'd have been like, we
IP address.
Right. Right. We know exactly where you are, Mr. Williams. We know you ain't turning yourself in. Nice try. Nice try.
And then I think psycho teachers were.
I love psycho teachers.
Check this one out. You're not going to believe this. This is a 52-year-old science teacher in Visalia, California.
Mm-hmm.
Play some sound of this. I got the video on YouTube going. With a pair of scissors.
She cut his hair? What's she doing?
She's coming after other students.
She's just cutting all the students' hair?
Yeah. Singing the national anthem.
Yep.
And then they go about. People are like running for their lives towards the end of it.
Yeah, that's like psycho in a different type of way.
Yeah, she's in like a mental home right now.
Mm-hmm.
That one dude let her cut the hair though.
He was like, I thought it was a science project. I thought she was going to show us how to grow hair or something. I wasn't sure. It's all fun and games till somebody gets
and we got another quick video here. This is sorry about that. This is a mom actually that caught her kid riding around in her brand new BMW.
Oh.
14-year-old kid, mind you. And people were freaking out about this video. But so go ahead, take us through it.
So right now,
mom is.
The mom is pulled over to her child.
That's the mother
screaming to pull over
in the BMW. Give me the belt. She got the belt. I must be her brother recording, or his brother. I'm sorry.
She hops out the car. She about to whip some ass.
Yeah,
right
it's
now.
Definitely one of his siblings recording.
She opens up the door. Get out. Did not
just
tell you not to
town.
take this doggone BMW. You know how much this BMW costs? You 14. You don't even have no permit.
So yeah, a lot of people on the internet were not happy with this lady.
Why not? This lady's
because it's abusing your kids.
Oh
or
my
whatever.
God.
I know. He's the belt is all he got there. I don't even think I had it on. Sorry about that.
Man, that ain't news.
It was funny. It was captured, but taking your parents' brand new BMW, the belt.
No,
that doesn't fit the crime.
No.
And you're 14.
I'm gonna take this belt and I'm gonna tie you. I'm gonna hog tie you up.
Yep.
And I'm gonna string you. And then I'm gonna string you up.
Yes.
Let you dangle for a couple hours. And then see if you can walk. Cause you're gonna be walking for a long time. You won't be riding in this BMW.
You won't be. We got a couple more minutes here. 917-477-7737 if you want to check in with us. Couple more minutes. Couple more stories. Oh, I got a good gift idea for you. I didn't get to this hair dye. This hair dye swelled up this lady's head.
What?
Yeah.
Is this real?
Yeah, actually a doctor said like 0.001 people actually have some kind of allergy that could do this to your head.
And she was the one.
She put, yeah.
Well, she almost died trying to dye her hair.
Yep.
What's the allergy?
I don't think you got to worry about it, by the way.
I just want to know, you know.
Sensitive to PPD, allergic reaction to PPD, a chemical that is banned in makeup but allowed and very common in hair dye. So, doesn't say what PPD stands for, but if you listen to our science show on Sunday morning, we could tell you. We could tell you more here on Stream 35. And oh yeah, your gift idea. I was going to get you one of these, but for the Christmas holiday, but they are on back order. They're only made in Japan. The
what?
It is called, and if you're on YouTube, you'll see this is what I wanted to get Jonathan Craig for Christmas, the buttress pillow. And you can... There's the one with the yoga pants.
There we go.
Yeah.
So it's a pillow
yeah.
shaped like someone's
You'd
butt.
use that, right?
The actual pillow is actually a nice memory foam pillow.
Yeah.
It's like the memory foam pillow, but then they split it in half to make like legs, and now it's a butt.
Yeah,
Very
so
clever.
Sorry I ruined your gift whenever I find it.
If you like...
but it's life-sized.
If you like being face down in some butt, I guess this pillow would be right up your alley.
It's cushioned pretty well.
No pun intended.
So yeah, that's what I was thinking of getting you. So.
I don't know if I want that pillow.
We'll get to the Florida. Next. Are we doing? Are you gonna be able to? What are we doing? What's our schedule for the people are gonna be asking?
Yeah.
What's our schedule?
We're good to go next week.
Good to go. So we'll have that'll probably be like our end of year holiday show, and we'll do a best of some of our favorite stories from the year.
Ooh.
Yep. So you definitely don't want to miss that. That'll be next Wednesday, but I'm looking forward to that. And we'll also go through the 40th. The 40th.
The 40th.
You're
putting T's in everything today, ain't you? The 40th.
It's because it's a late show.
Uh-huh.
The 40 most insane things that happened in Florida. Florida stories.
Florida-ist stories.
I don't know if the Florida story about the guy... Well, I'm not going to ruin it.
Don't do it. Don't do it. Don't ruin it.
There were a lot of good ones.
Don't ruin it.
All right, you've been listening to the primetime version of the Press Box Party. I've been your host, Antoine. Co-hosting, Jonathan Craig.
Yo.
When's your next comedy show?
I'm taking a little comedy
hiatus.
Yeah. So I'm done with the shows for the year. Probably won't have another show till February. So it gives you guys some time to save up your money. Come out and support for Black History Month. You have to come to every show because I'm black. So whatever show I have in the month of February, you have to come. That's how that works.
But what if we've got to go to like what if it's a conflicting thing?
Then you cancel whatever you had to go unless it's also supporting African Americans. You know?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I might have to go to Hamilton or something.
Really? I doubt it. Nice try. Nah, if you said The Lion King, I'd be like, you might have a point. No.
All right, everybody. Thanks for checking us up late night. If you missed any portion of the show, you can check it out on the show reel on mixlr.com. And if YouTube allows this video to stay up, you could catch it there too on the archives.
Banned from YouTube.
Yeah, you never know. But yeah, that's it. That's your Wednesday tomorrow. Make sure you tune in to all the football people. I'm going to be giving my picks for week 15 in the NFL.
15!
And we're going to talk about the Cheese Monsters.
The Snot Monster versus the Bears.
And if you missed the early part of the show, catch up with it. All right. That's about it from here. Also, make sure you subscribe to my podcast with Charles Arbuckle, The Buck Stops Here, where we talk to former athletes, Hall of Famers, all that good stuff. And, yeah, we'll catch you next Wednesday. We'll let you know on the time. Make sure you follow us on Twitter at Stream35Radio. And then, of course, make sure, if you haven't already, follow on MixLR and subscribe on YouTube. That is it. We are out of here.
Yo.
Until next time, peace.
We out.